Hi, I'm Joel Reedy, an attorney at Cornerstone Law Firm. A couple of questions that I get very quickly from people who have lost a loved one is, what are the deadlines and what do I have to do when someone passes away? The initial deadline that you have to deal with when someone passes away, if you're going to be the administrator of their estate, is you have 90 days to get a tax break on the inheritance tax that's going to be due. Many people are surprised to find out that inheritance tax in Pennsylvania is due. For children, it's 4.5%, and it goes up from there for other beneficiaries who are inheriting from the person who passed away. But if you pay within the first 90 days of the person's passing, you get a tax break off of that. It's a 5% discount on the bill that you owe. So that 90-day mark is really important. You should note it's 90 days, not 3 months. In other words, don't just say, okay, this person passed on the 1st of February, so the 1st of April is when it's due, or the 1st of May is when it would be due. It's actually 90 calendar days that you should count out. The second deadline you want to keep in mind is you have 9 months within which to file the tax return to justify the tax payment that you made at that 90-day mark. The tax return is due at that 9-month point, and after that, if your payment is not made by then, you actually start incurring penalties and interest as a result. The taxes, of course, are the big thing. That's where the deadlines really start running. But there's another deadline at the 90-day mark, and that's that if you have not started administering an estate by then, someone else may actually have the opportunity to do so. It may be a creditor, it may be another family member who has the opportunity to step in, but if the person named in the will or the first person who has the right to do so under the intestate statute of Pennsylvania does not administer, somebody else can step in. So these are the first and most immediate things that you have to think about when you're administering a estate, but there are other issues you should decide as well. One of the most important is whether you want to open an estate at all. There are many times where it's best not to open an estate. For example, if someone's bills are greater than their assets, it really does not make sense for you to administer the estate in most cases. You do not have to take on the obligation of an estate, even if you're named in the will, even if you told the person you would do so. You're not legally obligated to, and there may be very good reason not to. Other things that you want to get on right away are things like selling vehicles, and there are very good reasons that we've covered in other articles and videos as to why you want to get those taken care of right away, but that's an important thing. And of course, making sure that the funeral home gets paid, a lot of times that can be a very contentious issue right up front. So opening an estate quickly so you can take care of that may be advantageous to you for family or other personal reasons. So these are just a couple of things to think about when you have someone that you love that's passed away. If we can help you with any of these questions, feel free to give us a call at Cornerstone Law Firm. We'll be happy to talk to you and see if we can help you figure out your next steps.